Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I just got the green light to go pick up the new motor for the MR2 Spyder. So this motor is going to be the one that's going to get turboed. So to go ahead and prep, what I did was pull the seat out. And can I show that? Yeah. So I pulled the seat out. So what we're going to find out is if I can get a K24 to fit right here, complete long block. So we'll see. Let's do it. All right, so I am here to pick up, and he basically said he'll do what he can, but just sign, and whatever happens, happens. I signed for it, it's on me, but he'll do what he can to help me get it loaded in the car. So we're about to drop a K24 on the passenger footwell of the car. All right, so this is it. All packaged up, and this has got a foot fit in the passenger footwell of the car, so hopefully that will work. So there she is, hopefully able to receive motor number 2, and just drop it right here on the floor, and away we go, hopefully. Dun dun dun. All right, let's take a look at the mess I got myself into. This is the new motor. Whoa. Sitting on the floor. So I took the seat out, had it drop right here on the floor. It's definitely too heavy for me to pick up and move around myself, so I'm gonna have to unbolt the accessories in order to pick it up. So all right, so I just got back from picking up the motor, and I'll tell you what, as much as I would like more power, I absolutely love this car as is. So I hardly ever get out on the highway. Part of the reason is because maybe my ground is not good enough for the multiplexer, but the multiplexer battery signal, like, it melts through the plastic and then causes the battery light to come on, right? So I got to go back behind the seat, I guess run a thicker ground wire maybe, and that should fix it, and hopefully I won't have that battery light. And then when that happens, my whatchamacallit, my cooling gauge stops working. So I'll go back in, pull the seat out, get back there, pull the sub out, fix all that stuff and put it back together. But basically I took the passenger seat out and just sat it aside, drove out to Tampa. It was a blast to drive on the highway. Like, I'm talking just downshift to 4th, and there's plenty of power, plenty of torque everywhere, and just blast past the cars, put it back in 5th and go back to cruise. Sounds so much better. It's not crazy loud anymore with the way I did the exhaust, so I absolutely love it. But yeah, so I drove out and picked up the motor. This is gonna be the turbo motor. And after driving it as is, it's like, wow, why do I even need like turbo power? And it's because I'm turbo power obsessed, right? So here it is. This is gonna be the turbo motor. So I thought that I would be able to lift this up, because when I built the motor in the back, or put the clutch and all that stuff on, I was able to pick it up and move it around. It wasn't that bad. I didn't want to lift it high, but I was able to lift it. But then once the transmission was on, it was really tough. I had to put it on the floor to bolt the transmission onto the block. So I had to take it off the little dolly over here and set it on the floor. And then once the transmission was attached, it was hell to pick it up and, put on the dolly and then get the motorcycle jack up under that and get it up on the car. So for some odd reason, I thought I could just go there and pick this up and set it in the car. No, it's entirely too heavy. They said with the pallet is 333 pounds. Like, to just bend over and pick up something this bulky and awkward, not happening. So I'm gonna have to pull the accessories off, and once the accessories are off, I could pick this up, pull it off the car, and just have this dolly just sitting right next to the door and just drop it right on this, and should be good to go from there. And from there, I'll finish removing the rest of the accessories, and I'll start prepping it for turbo. All right, so first things first, I have to remove some of these accessories to lighten this up a little bit so that I can pick it up and pull it out. So let's get started. down significantly since it rained a little bit. But and then I should be able to get this out of the car and onto this dolly. So we'll see. All right, so that's the motor. It's out. Looks good. Here's the cost. This was already busted. It just made it a little bit worse. So not a big deal. But my parking brake handle, while I was driving the motor, pushed, it just kind of leaned over on it. So that's bent, but good thing is, I guess it's not necessarily good. The parking brake didn't work anyway. And what's awesome is they drain these motors pretty good, so there was no fluid in it. So that's really all I got inside the car. But I can replace the parking brake or see if I can straighten it back out. And good old honey's good to go. But yeah, I am excited to get this and to be able to start working on it soon. Let's see the block minus the accessories. And what we're about to do, I think I might keep that heat shield right there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep that on. We'll see. But what we're about to do is just kind of pick it up just a little bit, let the scale reset, sit it down, and see how much it weighs. So let me grab my gloves, get the camera set up to catch what the scale is reading. It's about right there is good. And I'm about to straddle the camera. Got my gloves on. Straddle the camera. 1, 2, 3, lift. And just sit it right back down. And that is 223.6. Cool. 223.6 stripped block, long block.
Yeah, buddy. It's on now. Somebody let the dog out. Everybody want to be a bodybuilder, but don't nobody want to live no steady ass weight.
All right, guys, that's it for this video. I'm excited about this motor, and it's gonna be a budget turbo build. So the next vids for this motor is gonna consist of basically cleaning up the block, prepping it for paint, and also preparing it for a turbo. I'm also going to take this time to do a new timing chain, guides, tensioner, 50-degree VTC, and I don't think I'm going to do cams. I don't think I'm going to do the K20 oil pump either. The max RPMs for this motor is going to be roughly 7,600. So with the turbo, I'm just hoping to hit 350, maybe 400 horse to the wheels, and it'll just be a nice, easygoing, I guess, daily driven turbo build. So nothing too crazy with this. And then I'll reserve the time, the money, the effort for basically rebuilding the other motor for pretty much a higher compression, normally aspirated build. And that's going to require a little bit more work to get the power out of it that I want. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you have any comments, drop them down below. And thanks for watching. See you in the next one.